A magical tale of kindness and respect. Once upon a time, in a vibrant kingdom nestled between lush green valleys and glistening rivers, there lived a young princess named Alara. Alara was as beautiful as the morning sun, with flowing golden hair and eyes that sparkled like the stars. But beneath her radiant appearance, she had one flaw. Alara had never been taught the importance of manners. Growing up in the grand palace of Windmere, Alara had servants to attend to her every need. If she wanted a glass of water, she would yell for it. If a meal didn't please her, she would push it away with a scowl. And if someone tried to teach her to say please or thank you, she would roll her eyes and say, "Why should I? I'm a princess." The people of Windmere loved their princess, but they often whispered about her behavior. "She's kind-hearted but doesn't know how to treat others with respect," they would say. Alara was oblivious to their concerns, believing that being a princess meant she didn't need to learn such things. One day, during the annual harvest festival, the kingdom's gates were open to everyone. Farmers, merchants, and travelers gathered in the castle courtyard, sharing stories, laughter, and delicious food. Alara, dressed in her finest gown, roamed the festival with her head held high. As she passed by a baker's stall, a warm aroma of freshly baked pies wafted through the air. Without a second thought, she grabbed a pie and began eating it. The baker, a kind elderly woman named Greta, approached her. "Princess Alara, I'm glad you like my pie, but it's customary to ask first and to say thank you." Alara frowned. "Why should I ask? I'm the princess, and everything in this kingdom belongs to me." Greta's eyes softened, but she said nothing. Instead, she handed Alara a second pie, wrapped in a cloth. "Take this with you, Your Highness. You may find it useful." Alara shrugged, tucking the pie under her arm, and continued her stroll through the festival. Soon, her attention was caught by a group of children gathered around a puppet show. She pushed her way to the front, accidentally stepping on a little boy's toes. The boy winced, but didn't say anything. Alara noticed and said, "Move aside next time. I'm watching the show." The boy's sister, a brave girl named Lila, spoke up. "Princess, it's polite to say sorry when you hurt someone." Alara scoffed. "Why should I apologize? I'm a princess." Lila's face turned red, but she didn't argue. Instead, she said, "One day, princess, you'll see why manners matter." As the festival continued, Alara grew tired and wandered into the nearby woods for some peace and quiet. She found a shaded spot under an ancient oak tree and sat down to rest. Before long, she noticed a little sparrow trapped in a thorny bush, struggling to free itself. "Poor thing," Alara murmured. She carefully untangled the sparrow, and as it flew away, it chirped a sweet melody. Feeling pleased with herself, Alara leaned back against the tree and closed her eyes. When she opened them, she was no longer in the woods. Instead, she found herself in a strange, magical forest. The trees shimmered with golden leaves, and the air sparkled like sunlight on water. Standing before her was a woman draped in robes that glimmered like moonlight. "Who are you?" Alara asked, startled. "I am Leora, the fairy guardian of Windmere," the woman replied with a gentle smile. "I have been watching you, princess. You have a kind heart, but much to learn about treating others with respect. It is time for you to understand the power of manners." Before Alara could protest, Leora waved her hand, and the princess's surroundings transformed. She was now in a small village, dressed not as a princess, but as a common girl. Her gown was replaced with a simple dress, and her golden tiara was gone. Confused and frightened, Alara approached a group of villagers. "Excuse me," she said. "Can someone tell me how to get back to the palace?" The villagers looked at her with suspicion. "Why should we help you?" one of them asked. "You've never helped us." Alara was taken aback. "But I'm Princess Alara." The villagers laughed. "You don't look like a princess to us. If you want our help, you'll need to earn it." Determined to return home, Alara decided to do as they said. She began by helping a farmer gather hay, but she was clumsy and spilled half of it. "Please forgive me," she said. her cheeks flushing with embarrassment. The farmer smiled. "Thank you for trying. It means a lot." Next, she assisted a baker, Greta, who had also been transported to this magical village. When Alara burned a batch of bread, she apologized sincerely. Greta chuckled. "You're learning, my dear. Saying sorry shows you care." As days turned into weeks, Alara began to understand the villagers' struggles and the importance of simple words like please and thank you. She discovered that when she treated others with kindness and respect, they were more than willing to help her. One day, while sweeping the village square, Alara noticed the little boy and his sister Lila watching her. Gathering her courage, she approached them. "I'm sorry for how I treated you at the festival," she said. "I was wrong." Lila's face softened. "Everyone makes mistakes, Princess. What matters is that you're trying to change." At that moment, Leora appeared once more. "Alara, you have learned the value of manners and the strength they bring. It is time to return to Windmere." With a wave of her hand, Leora transported Alara back to the palace. This time, the princess was different. She thanked the servants for their work, apologized when she made mistakes, and always said please when asking for something. The people of Windmere noticed the change and admired her even more. During the next harvest festival, Alara approached Greta's stall. "May I have one of your delicious pies, please?" she asked with a warm smile. Greta beamed. "Of course, Princess, and thank you for asking." Alara's transformation inspired everyone in the kingdom to treat one another with greater kindness and respect. The kingdom of Windmere became known not only for its beauty, but also for its people's gracious manners. And Princess Alara, once thought to be spoiled, became a beloved queen who ruled with humility and grace. And so the lesson was clear. Manners may seem like small things, but they have the power to build bridges, mend hearts, and create a world filled with kindness and harmony.